Hey everyone, so for this tutorial you're going to need a sock that can fold over at least once. That is based off of preference for this specific project. You don't have to use this kind of sock, but this is a sock that I'm going with. So as you can see, my sock is like a knit-like texture, so I'm just pulling it apart to see how big the holes are, and I decided to go with the 3.5mm crochet hook. As I stated earlier, I'm just spreading out the sock, and as you can see, the crochet hook went right through. So now I'm just going to attach my yarn by doing a slip stitch, and then I'm going to yarn over the extended tail that I have there. So my first chain will count as a 3 chain, which is equal to a double crochet, and I'm going to double crochet 3 in each and every hole or stitch that I make. So right now you can see me doing a 3 double crochet in 1 stitch, and I'm going to do that in all stitches around the perimeter of the sock to make sure that the stitches ruffle. So if you look closely, I'm putting 3 double crochets into each and every stitch. So as I spread out my sock, I make a hole with the crochet hook, and I'm going to put 3 double crochet in each and every stitch. As you can see now, the stitches are beginning to ruffle because we're doing 3 double crochet in each and every stitch. So we're going to keep going until we get to the very end of the entire perimeter of the sock, which means all the way around. So we're going to keep doing that all the way around, putting 3 double crochets in each and every hole and or stitch that you make. So as we come up to the end, it looks like if we have a little bit to go, but there's actually more open holes than you think there are. So make sure you really pull the sock, because we don't want the ankle to be cinched or get smaller or become too tight. So just make sure you pull the sock as much as you can and put stitches in the holes that are around the perimeter and are open. Okay, so I'm just checking out the perimeter of the sock to make sure that all stitches are filled in. So as we come up to the end, you're going to continue to do 3 double crochets in each and every hole that's available all the way around. When you get to the very end, your last double crochet will be connected to your first double crochet, which is also your first chain 3, with a slip stitch. You can cut off the yarn right then. However, you need to leave a long tail so that we can yarn over and not have to weave it in after. Okay, so completing our last double crochet, we're going to insert our hook into the very first chain at the top of the chain 3 and connect that with a slip stitch. After you do that, you're going to cut off your yarn after making a knot first, and you're going to leave a long tail so that we can yarn over the tail instead of having to weave in the tail at the end. So this is how your sock should look with just 1 ruffle. You can leave it here if you want, or you can continue on with the 3 rows that I'll be showing you how to do in this video. So now we'll be attaching our new color. In this case, it will be white. So I'm attaching the white right where the burgundy ended. So I'm going to tie on the yarn using a slip stitch once I have my crochet hook through, like I did last time. I'm going to leave a little extra length to yarn over with the burgundy so that they are both connected and secure, even in a wash, like in a laundromat. You don't want it to eventually loosen. So as we did last round, we're starting with a chain 3, and we're going to put 2 more double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, so at this point you can do 3 double crochets in each and every stitch according to how big or wide you want your ruffles to be, but I'm going for a more subtle kind of ruffle. So I'm going to do 3 double crochets in the first stitch, 3 double crochet in the second stitch, which is 6 stitches altogether, and then I'm going to just do 1 double crochet in the next 6 stitches, and then I'm going to repeat that for the whole entire round. So I'm going to do 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then 6 regular stitches, which is 1 in each stitch, and then I'll do 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then 6 regular double crochets. As you can see, I am making sure to yarn over the tail of the burgundy yarn from the last round to avoid weaving in after. And this also, like I said before, helps to make sure that it's very secure. So if it ever goes into like a laundromat, into the washer, that it will not loosen the yarn and the yarn will be safe and secure. So here I am giving you guys a close-up. As you can see, if you look very close, you can see 3 stitches in 1 stitch, and now I'm doing 1 double crochet in the next 6 stitches. After I complete the double crochet within the next 6 stitches, I'm going to do 3 double crochets in 1 stitch and 3 double crochets in the next stitch, and I'm going to do 6 double crochet in the next 6 stitches again. So I'm just showing you that close up. You also are able to tell where the 3 double crochets are versus the 1 double crochet because of how the stitch will look, and it will actually help to drop the ruffle to where it's like, you know, going in a curve or a loop or whatever you want to call that. As we come to the end, once more we're going to connect with a slip stitch to the very first chain of the last row, and we're going to slip stitch that and leave a tail once more. The tail should be long enough to cover with the new yarn so that we don't have to weave in the end. So we're just gonna slip stitch and tie that off to make sure that the yarn is tight and secure. Okay, so now it's time to attach our third color. So we're not going to ruffle this, we're just going to single crochet all around to have the yellow act as our trim for the sock. So we're tying that. I decided to tie these together just because this yarn is like a weight 3 versus the weight for white and burgundy yarn. So I want it to be extra secure, so I just tied it a couple times just to make sure it's very tight. So we're still going to yarn over it. So I just chained 1, and then we're going to single crochet in every stitch, also making sure to yarn over the white and burgundy yarn from the previous rows so we don't have to do any weaving after we're finished. So as you can see, I'm just adjusting the sock and adjusting the yarn to make sure that the yellow is able to go over the white so we don't have to weave in anything after. So you're going to continue this round all the way until you finish. You're going to connect with the slip stitch as we have done for the past 2 rounds, and then you can weave in that end and you're finished.